Happy Monday, Team Up community. Hope you are doing well. It has been a wild week. The past week was a wild, crazy ride. I am really washed out by the light there. But it was really good. We had our challenge that was a combo with the Become the Upline community, and several of us here in our Team Up community came and was a part of that and participated in that 5-day challenge. And let me tell you, the things that people learn was incredible. I made a post a couple days ago that did share a little of some of the cover photos that people were redoing to really help drive traffic to their profile. So if you didn't get a chance to see those, make sure that you do get a chance to see them. If this is your first time joining us, my name is Teresa Taylor, and I'm sort of the mind behind the Team Up community. And the purpose of the Team Up community is really to have a safe place for people from all different companies, different levels, different whatevers, to come together and learn from each other. So I'm just looking real quick. I am live on Zoom, streaming into Facebook. So I want you to be able to ask any questions that you have that we could cover today while we're here together. But there's about a 20-second delay. For some reason, my video is very foggy when I use directly the Facebook Live directly. So I'm going through Zoom, and I don't know why, but it's not foggy. Anyhow, so today I want to talk a little bit about this common objection. And we hear it a lot. I'm sure that you have heard it before too. And that is this idea of, well, but I'm not a salesperson. Like, it all sounds good, but I'm not a salesperson. And to be honest, I sort of felt that way too when I first got into network marketing. Like, I didn't have a background in sales. How was I going to sell something, right? So if you have heard this before, or if you relate to this, drop a 1 in the comments and let me know, because it's a really, really common objection. In my experience, most leaders will tell you a great response is to simply say, great, I'm not either. But I want to encourage you to try a different approach. And if you are not currently using this, I want you also to feel blessed that you can start using this today in your business. I do have to apologize. I went to the dentist this morning. So I'm not numb, but like, because we didn't do any of that kind of work, but my mouth feels like really dry, and I keep feeling like I have to wipe the sides of my mouth. So I apologize in advance if that's distracting. Oh, good, Valerie. Yeah, so we are not alone. Thanks, Jenny. Hey, I'm glad you guys are on today. So what I want to talk about is network marketing is technically sales, because we are selling something. We're selling products and we're selling an opportunity. But the way that we do sales is very different from typical sales experience, okay? When we are like at a car dealership, like, people come in and they know what they want, right? And then our job is to share all the information or give them what they need. But our model looks different than that, right? So it is true that we're not typical salespeople, but instead, and this is where I want you to have this little bit of a mind shift in how you talk to people, you can say, so when they say, but I'm not a salesperson, you can say, that's great, because we don't do sales like you typically know. We are connectors. Now, I want you to think about this word connector, and you need to really think about your own personal business. You, as a network marketer, your job, really, your main job is to connect people to the information they need to make the best decision for themselves. So even if that's with products or if that is with your opportunity, all you're doing is you're presenting, you're sharing the information out there on Facebook World or however you're choosing to do that. And then when you're having the conversations with people, you are not the expert. You connect them to third-party tools. So if your company doesn't have third-party tools, you'll need to make them, but they don't have to be overly complicated, okay? And I'm here to help. So if you need some ideas for that, let me know. But so for instance, if I were to put out a post out there that said, well, I have coffee in front of me, so I'm just going to use coffee as an example. Okay. And I do know there are some people in our group here that are in a coffee company. So say I put a post out there that's like my top 5 selections for the best coffee this season. Let me know if you want the details for that. And then they raise their hand, and then we have this conversation in Messenger. And I just tell them, well, this is one of my favorites. Would you like information on it? They're either going to say yes or no. But I'm not going to be the one that explains the information to them. I'm not even going to be the one that tells them all the pricing and all that. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect them to the tools that my company already has or my team has already developed. Okay. So that way, when people say, I'm not a salesperson, like I don't feel comfortable selling to people, great. We aren't salespeople. We are connectors. We have these tools in place so that when people ask you about your coffee, you can simply say, you know what? Let me actually send this video to you instead, or let me put you in this group instead so you can do some of your own research and then we can get back together and see if there's any questions that you have. Okay. That relieves the stress and makes people understand that anybody can do our business. You don't have to be an expert in sales. You don't even have to be an expert in your products or your company for that matter. You just have to know where to send people for the information they need. So from today forward, if I were to give you homework for this week, which I don't usually do, but I guess that's the teacher in me coming out and finishing the challenge last week. If I could give you homework, like one thing to do this week, it would be to find 3 tools that you can use to connect people to. Now, if they can be of other people presenting on the products or the opportunity, that would be great. But if you don't have something like that, then you can create something. And it could be as simple as a document of maybe your or a PDF of maybe your top selling product that you're talking about. It has all the information on there in one place so that when somebody asks you about that, you can easily say, let me send you an info sheet on that so you can take a look and do some research for yourself. And then you just connect them to that tool. So I want you to find some sort of a third-party tool that is on products and a third-party tool that is on the business opportunity. And then if you want to be like extra, extra, make a quick video of yourself, like really quick. 2 to 3 minutes long max that shares your personal story. And the reason for this is because as you're having conversations with people, you might have the opportunity to really dive into your story. And instead of like writing a whole bunch on Facebook Messenger, or if they can't like jump on the phone with you or anything, you could just send that video. It's really powerful. And you'll have this awesome testimony that anybody in your team could use. So that really sets you up as a leader. So let me know if you have any questions about that. If your company does have tools already in place, put a thumbs up in the comments because that's really awesome. Thankfully, there's a lot of companies now that even those that have been around for a long time, like they are starting to really revamp their things. So I think it's more rare than not that a company doesn't have these tools unless they're brand spanking new, which there are a lot of new companies right now, which is exciting, right? Yeah, and if you, like I said, if your company doesn't have any, ask around because there are likely people in your team. Good, Jenny. There's likely people in your larger team or in your company somewhere that have already created these tools. And if they're nice, they'll share them with you. Remember, that's a part of my journey was like, I was so alone and I had to really get uncomfortable. And I was asking people from my company and from different teams and from other companies and leaders, and I was really getting uncomfortable and trying to figure out the answers of how to do network marketing while also still trying to put myself in the place of a leader and growing my own team. So that's what I did. And some people were really helpful and some people weren't. And that's okay. The people that aren't helpful, it's okay. That's their prerogative. Find somebody who is. And then also, one of the really cool things that you can do is if you ever see like Facebook ads popping up of like leaders and they're sharing tips and tricks, you can look at some of those things, and some of the things that they're sharing will spark ideas of third-party tools that you can use. And if you see, I mean, it doesn't even have to be someone from your company. If somebody had a testimony about network marketing and how it has impacted their life, as long as they don't say their company name, that's a relevant story to share with people, because network marketing as a whole is genuinely a huge gift for a lot of people. So it doesn't matter if they're from your company. You can say, hey, I found this person's testimony about what network marketing did for their life, and you can tell them it's not from your company. It doesn't matter. But anyway, I hope that helps. I just wanted to pop on here for a moment today to connect with you, because I've been a little MIA with the challenge and everything going on. We're getting back into business. We have some really exciting things coming down the line, and it's going to be really exciting. If you have enjoyed this particular training, give me a heart or whatever. And then if you have somebody in your team or a friend that's in here, tag them below so that they can see this too. It's really important that as we are talking with people, we show them how simple this business really is. And if it doesn't feel simple, it's because we've overcomplicated it somewhere. So we're not typical salespeople, but we're in sales. But instead of saying, I'm a salesperson, my job is simply to connect people to the information they need, right? And that's your job too. So if we convey that to other people that we're talking to, it's going to make our job much easier. It's going to make recruiting much easier, because they're going to see how simple, like I said, that the business really is. So hope that's blessed you. Have a wonderful Monday, a wonderful rest of your week, and we will talk soon. Bye.